Welcome to my review of Soul, the latest film by Pixar, which will be streaming on Disney Plus on Christmas Day, December 25th. I want to thank the team at Disney Plus UK for providing me an early screener to give you this review. This film is directed by Docter and Kemp and it stars Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey, and it is my favorite film of the year. Let's talk about it. It tells the story of a musician who is stuck at a dead-end middle school teaching job and is slowly losing his passion for music. When he's suddenly teleported out of his body, he must find a way back with the help of an infant soul learning about herself. Now, before I give you my thoughts on the latest Pixar film, I want to know your thoughts if you are excited for Soul, and tell me which is your favorite Pixar film. Also, if you're new here and you want more early movie reviews and just movie and TV reviews in general, please consider clicking the subscribe button because it helps the channel, it helps me, plus don't tell anyone, it is free. And also I have merch on sale at TeePublic and Redbubble.com. Links in the description. Let's get on with Soul. As soon as this idea was announced and presented to the public, in my mind, it spelled success for Pixar once again, because they are masters at crafting an intricate story with deep themes, compelling messages, and most importantly, be something at its core that you don't see on the surface. And Soul is exactly that. Now, I can tell you all the obvious things, that the acting is really great, the characters are funny, there are a lot of funny moments and good jokes spread throughout, the film is at its core very emotional and a very compelling, deep drama, but the one thing I must tell you, and I tell you in all my Pixar reviews, and if you go back and watch the other ones, I say this all the time, but it's true, Pixar literally gets better at their animation by the movie. Each movie is better than the last, and this one is no different. Everything looks gorgeous. When you look at the things in this film, it feels like you can touch it. It is so beautiful the way they use visuals and colors, and they are so creative and imaginative with this metaphysical space, the great beyond and the great before that they create for the film. You have never seen anything like it before, and they pick up the most mundane things like someone going for a haircut and they make it beautiful. That's not only because of how it looks, but the whole context of the film, and I'll get back to the haircut in a little bit. Joe Gardner, played by Jamie Foxx, who we follow through this journey, is such an easy character to root for. He is passionate, but he is stuck. He's got ideas, but he can't seem to make them work for some reason. It feels like the world is against him, and that is a very easy thing for an audience to relate to. And this journey that he goes in, and everyone he meets, the places he goes to, everything is so mind-blowing. It's very easy to stay on track with him because not only he's an easy person to root for, he's extremely likable, but also he is absorbing everything around him along with the audience, and that creates for something that just flows. The pacing in this film is just fabulous throughout. It is the classic Pixar mix of densely intricate storytelling, complex emotional intelligence, technical prowess on the animation, and cerebral whimsy. This film, yes, it's talking about a very dark thing about death and is it worth going to Earth to live as a soul, but also does it in this gorgeous looking package that has a beautifully emotionally resonant message at its core. That's what this film nails from beginning to end. Yes, it's presenting these ideas that you've seen before. Maybe you've seen movies approach this topic, but you've never seen it explored this way or this deep. Look, I know maybe many others are telling you this, but this film gets deep, really deep. There's a scene where our character goes to shave his head and he's just getting an haircut, and I started crying in that scene. There's another scene where our character is looking at a half-eaten bagel, and I started crying in that scene. Now, I don't want to spoil anything. I won't spoil anything. But when you have these scenes in the context of this film, through its message and through the arc our character is going through, it is astounding. This is something I never thought I'd see even from Pixar, who are masters at tackling these adult themes with such complex and intricate intelligence that don't just spoon feed you but make you think. It makes you ponder on these elements of the film. And it wouldn't feel right to do this review without talking about Tina Fey's 22. This is a very hard character to talk about without spoiling, so I won't spend a lot of time on her, but she's somewhat of a mystery throughout most of this film. It's the classic Pixar formula of you think they're going one way, and they kind of are, but then they twist the point of it to what you thought it was going to be, and it's not that anymore. And her character, I just fell in love with. There's one aspect of the film that I should mention, even though it wasn't an issue for me, I can see it will probably be an issue to some people, and that is basically how the second act kicks off and how the film spends most of its time with the characters. There's a sort of switcheroo in it that I don't know if a lot of people will enjoy. I did. I think they made the most of it. At first, I was really worried, and then they just went for it. And oh my god, it hits all the right notes. No pun intended. The music, speaking of that, is also gorgeous to no end. Pixar Soul is visually gorgeous and genuinely profound because it focuses on a lot of little things that in life and even in movies are just brushed over for the big point that the movies are trying to make. But in this, it really are those small things that matter. I think I say this at least once in every year when I do a movie review, and that is that this movie is the type of movie that makes me appreciate that movies exist. It makes me feel happy that I fell in love with movies in the first place and that I adore Pixar for a reason. It reminds me of those most positive emotions that I feel towards filmmaking in general. This is one of those films that is really special and it's going to be stuck with me for a long time. And for the first time in 2020, I am giving Soul an A+. Now, my beautiful geekies, I want to know your thoughts. Are you highly anticipating Pixar's Soul? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you rank the Pixar movies. Which one is your favorite? Do you think Soul has a chance at dethroning it? All of that in the comments below. Start the conversation. And thank you so much for watching. You are the best. Again, thank you to Disney Plus UK for allowing me to provide you with an early review. And I'll be back very soon with more reviews, hopefully many early reviews until the end of the year. So I hope to see you there. So until the next video, if you're new here, again, do not forget to subscribe, to share with your friends, have them join the conversation, and of course, stay beautiful, stay geeky, but most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other, and love the movies.